To control the population, every 15 years, God sends out millions of monsters. People tried to fight the monsters, but the monsters are too strong. All they can do is hide. The movie starts with a tale about the first day of judgment. Then, from underground and from regular people, a crowd of monsters came out. They caused the deaths of millions and ruined cities. A real battle started with these monsters, and in the end, they were completely destroyed. At the old well locations, barriers and gates were put up to keep people safe from coming back in. 15 years have gone by, and the world has started to heal a little from what happened. One of the people who was lucky enough to live is Laura. She works at the school, and she has a friend named Milton who is a guy. He keeps asking her out, but she often says no. The main reason for this is probably her anger towards her ex-husband, Dave. He was not with Laura on the Day of Judgment, and she was pregnant and had to take care of herself alone. Dave and Laura have a 15-year-old son named Tyler. He spends all day at the skate park with his friends and his girlfriend, Maddie. In his free time, he plays video games and is caught in the middle of the tough relationship between his dad and mom, who separated right after he was born. In the meantime, things are getting more intense. An eclipse is coming, and it might be a sign that monsters are about to invade. Also, there have been more earthquakes, safety workers are doing emergency inspections, and there is some very worrying news. Fish are dying out all over the world. The same thing happened the day before the first Judgment Day. Just like 15 years ago, Tyler is at his dad's for the weekend when the phone rings. Dave receives a call from his old friend Ted. He believes that the new Judgment Day will be tomorrow. He insists that Dave quickly bring the family to his shelter before the eclipse. At the same time, the first monster shows up under the protective dome and quietly creeps up the stairs. Right now, Laura is calling Dave. She has seen the news and wants Dave to bring Tyler home. Tyler gets a text, looks at it, and quietly slips out of the house while his dad is talking. Laura is very worried. Dave's house is not safe, and he needs to bring Tyler to her right away. Dave says yes. He goes to Tyler's room, but Tyler isn't there. Milton is hurrying Laura because the shelter is getting full, and they need to move fast. She says she can't find Tyler. Milton uses his phone number to locate him at the skate park. Tyler is truly with Maddie. She is scared because her parents went away, and now she is by herself. She is really afraid and tells Tyler not to go away from her. Tyler promises he won't do what his dad did. He won't leave Maddie by herself. Suddenly, a bird calls out, and large groups of birds fly off in one direction. People in the park are running scared. Everyone leaves, so Dave goes to the park to find Tyler. Tyler and Maddie watch in shock as chaos unfolds around them. Dave runs over while Tyler tells his dad that Maddie had no place to go and he couldn't just leave her. Laura drives with Milton and takes everyone to the place where their seats are saved. There is a little more than an hour until the eclipse starts. Dave says he can go to Ted's secret place in the desert. Milton thinks it would be better to hide at the school since it's close and has a basement. Another traffic jam. Many cars are stuck on the road. They leave the car. An earthquake happens and the sun is covered by a shadow. The eclipse has started. Under the safe cover, the monsters come out. Their crowds, moving on the ground and in the air, fill the city. Dave thinks we should leave the city because it's a lot more dangerous here. He wants to drive, but Milton is really angry because it's his car, and he thinks he knows how to keep everyone safe. They had an argument with Dave, but then a flying monster grabs Milton and lifts him up into the sky. Laura screams loudly, and Dave puts her in the car as they try to escape from this terrible place. Dave tells the kids, "Don't worry, everything is okay. We will get out." Groups of monsters are coming to the city from every direction. Dave is driving on a deserted road in the mountains. They arrive at Ted's secret place. It sounds strong and looks like a solid concrete shelter. There are cameras on the roof, but no one comes when they knock. The doors are shut. Ted is sitting in front of a computer, and someone is holding a gun to his neck from behind him. Monsters run together on the mountain. They hurry right to the shelter. Dave picks up a tire iron to protect his family, but just in time, the bunker doors open and they hurry inside. Dave gives Ted a happy hug. Along with him, his wife Stella is in the bunker, and a soldier is sitting in the corner. Ted introduces him as his friend, Corporal Garrett Jensen. The screens show the monsters trying to break down the door. Everyone is nervous, and Garrett stays by himself. Maddie asks how the monsters sense us. Can they see through walls? Garrett smiles and says they react to light and warmth, but I think they can see our souls. They are the children of the devil, which also means they are children of God. They hurt the body but nourish the spirit. Do you believe in God, officer? Today he says yes. He says that on the first judgment day he worked at an oil factory. When the monsters came in, he quickly jumped into a muddy pond with salty water, and they were too scared to get near. He sat on the ground and listened as the monsters killed 150 of his co-workers and friends. Garrett is focused on his story and doesn't see Ted motioning to Dave to touch the knife. Dave sees what's happening and takes the knife without making a fuss. That's why it's called Judgment Day. Garrett says, "The devil is in charge on this day." Right now, a creature that looks like a centipede is crawling from the street into a small hole in the screen on the window. Garrett says he will be working first. Ted asks them to stay too and gives Dave a meaningful look. But then Garrett takes the gun out of its case, making Dave drop the knife. Garrett says he tried to hide and found a place to do it. Kind Stella let him in, even though Ted didn't want her to. He got through it the first time and will get through it again, no matter what it takes. Tyler lunges at Garrett, trying to grab the gun, but Garrett pushes him away. Dave helps the corporal feel better. Right now, a monster that looks like a centipede jumps out of the wall at Stella. Ted pulls it off his wife's neck and sprinkles salt on it. Dave takes a gun from Garrett and fires it. They tie up Garrett and try to stop Stella from bleeding. Then Dave sees a big bull come to help the monsters. He realizes that they are in serious trouble and need to leave the bunker. The bull is trying to break the doors. Ted doesn't want to go outside. He says his wife can't live outside. But Stella tells him to go with the others. There is a hidden tunnel under the bunker that goes to the mountains. Garrett convinces him to let him come along because he has a car with a full tank of gas, and he can drive everyone to the gate. There are shelters, and the creatures came out of them. They won't return. They don't trust him, but he keeps saying he was only trying to stay alive, and now it's good for him to help them. They agree to go, take us there, and then we'll forget about everything, Dave tells Garrett. They get weapons. Ted has a lot of them. The bull loudly keeps trying to break down the doors, but they are able to escape into the tunnel. They climb to the top of the mountain and see a destroyed and burning city. They go to the car, but it doesn't start. Monsters come from the top of the mountain and run right at them. Garrett tries to start the engine, while Stella watches the group of monsters and then looks at the gun in her husband's hands. She takes out her gun and steps out of the car. Ted is crying and calls her, but Dave pushes him into the car. At the last minute, they are able to go. They arrive at the gate. It's vacant, but the doors are unlocked. Garrett says the secret place is in the basement. They're going there. Garrett says the gate was ready for another attack. A lot of salt was put into it, but the well was too deep. There are 2 hours until the eclipse is over. Garrett suggests hiding in a chemical warehouse, but the doors are very strong and can't be opened. Out of nowhere, a monster attacks Garrett. He and Dave work together to fight it off, but the other monsters come running to the noise. Garrett runs through a door and shuts it behind him. He gives himself a shot. His veins are big and dark. The monsters are all around them. They are moving closer. Ted tells Tyler, "Take care of the family, son." And then he goes after the monsters with an axe. A bunch of monsters jump on him all at the same time. Tyler fires back while hurt Ted tries to defend himself. Tyler runs out of bullets. He turns on the fire alarm, and jets of salt water spray from all sides. The water hits the monsters, and they break apart into bloody dust, screaming in pain. They are safe, but Ted is gone. The eclipse is over. All the monsters come back through the gate. Laura and the kids run to a place where Garrett is standing with a gun. He shoots Tyler. Our world has changed. He's not going to make it anyway. He says God is taking a break and tries again. Laura tries to protect her son with her body. Dave rushes in and hits Garrett on the head with a fire extinguisher. Dave rushes towards Tyler and Laura. A giant monster comes up from below. It jumps at Garrett, who is nearby, and gradually eats him up completely. They rush into the medical room and mix up some salt water in a container. The monster is approaching. It breaks down the doors, but Dave throws a can of mixture at him. It blows up, and the monster screams loudly while turning to dust. Laura hugs Dave. They can't believe they are safe now. The couple hugs and then goes outside together. Next, there will be another break, but one thing is certain. Life will start again, and light will always win over darkness. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.